Welcome, Dungeon Crawlers. We've got some exciting news. We're taking a break from playing the finals to announce Monster Hunter World 2 has been confirmed. It's about to get wilds. Hopefully, by now, everybody has seen the new Monster Hunter Wilds official reveal trailer posted up at the Game Awards the other evening. Today, we're going to go ahead and watch it together a little bit while we talk about some theories. I'm planning on talking about theories that we like as a community and ones that we don't. Um, man, I just can't get over this. All right, well, it's not here yet. Not planning on being here until 2025. And I'm thinking one of the things I really want to get into today is gameplay. A lot of people are saying that this trailer is giving them vibes of a new open world game. And I'd have to say that I agree, especially that scenes here you can see with all the spires in the distance and that circular object we're about to zoom in on. It really gives me some, what's it called? Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom vibes with all the towers across the land. I really like when the wilds comes in here. You can kind of see the echo effect underneath wilds or the reflection effect. It's got me feeling like maybe we're also going to go for underground. I really feel like Capcom's trying to, what's the word? Challenge the kings that are Elden Ring and Tears of the Kingdom. So even though that one part of me does feel like it's going to be open world, there's an even larger part of me that kind of questions, will they? Sometimes when a new game comes out from a developer who's been around for a while, I like to remember what they've done in the past. And I think when it comes to like the idea that we might be open world this time, or we might be going out there with two guns or two weapons, is really appealing, and just doing anything different in a way that Capcom likes to do making these games is exciting to me. However, when I think about like the lobby sizes and like the general gameplay mechanics and how they might be affected, that's when I really start to get curious. Like, if we go to open world, are we going to have 16 player lobbies again? When I played Monster Hunter World, it wasn't completely uncommon for me to have my room filled up with a group of my friends, and sometimes we'd split off where one hunting party was hunting Anjanath or Pookie Pookie, while another hunting party was helping somebody else complete some of the story to catch up so we could all group again later. How are they going to address those kind of things if it becomes open world? Or is it going to be one of those situations where it's just like, nope, back to four players. That's all you can have because we have all of these new monsters you're going to encounter, which, don't get me wrong, sounds amazing. Um, I'm just curious about how they're going to actually execute on it. Maybe when they call it Monster Hunter Wilds, they're not just talking about this wild joyride we're all about to go on hunting in these wildlands, African safari, manifest destiny like locales. Maybe they're also talking about the wild changes they're about to make in their gameplay setup and their inventory management systems. One of the reasons I bring up the inventory management system is if we really are going to transfer into this game type where we're supposed to stay out way longer than we used to in Monster Hunter games, and we can carry two weapons with us, I kind of really, I don't even main bowgun. I tend to main insect glaive and switch axe. But I'm wondering if I do want to take a heavy bowgun or a light bowgun out. When I have experimented with those, a lot of my inventory space was bringing extra things so that I could create more ammo while I was out there. And that took up pretty much all of my inventory. So it kind of makes me feel like if they keep the old inventory system and I can now bring two weapons, I'm almost gonna not want to bring a bow gun just because I know that creating all those ammos and keeping all those ammos in my inventory is going to reduce what I can actually do in the field. And it would benefit me maybe more to go ahead and take two melee weapons so that I can have more stash to bring things back to my little camp or however they're going to set it up. So, all of this is to say that I'm not 100% convinced yet that Capcom's ready to make this ridiculous amount of changes to their system. I think we're not going to get open world. I think we're going to get something bigger and larger than we've ever seen before, but I still think we're going to have some sort of central hub, more likely something that we found ourselves, where your 16-player lobby or however many people it is can go um, play the little mini games, get something to eat, arm wrestle, drink each other to see who falls down first, that type of thing, and that we're still going to go out to quest boards and then go out into this bigger than ever before wildland areas that they have set for us. And I don't think there's just going to be one. A popular theory I've heard quite a few creators talk about now is how similar this might be to like the guiding lands. And my gut tells me that's going to be much more closer to what we're going to be dealing with. The guiding lands, times 10. They've had a lot of time to work on this. They still have time to work on this. And I think they're going to give us, I'm not going to call them guiding lands, but if we take that concept, they're going to give us multiple regions to go to, multiple huge regions with multiple biomes that change, whether it be on the seasons, that day-night cycle that some talk about. We're going to see this constant shift in hazards like that sandstorm or that lightning storm as we go to the different zones. I'll take a minute to address now too. I know at the beginning of the video I called it Monster Hunter World 2. I know there's some contention out in the community. Is it Monster Hunter 6? Is it Monster Hunter World 2? Is it just MHW2, which is technically right? Um, I don't think it really matters what we call it. I honestly do believe this is going to be the second title that takes place in the New World. Um, and whether you call it Monster Hunter 6, I mean, it is the sixth generation regardless. Or whether you call it Monster Hunter World 2, MHW2, you're good here at Dungeon Crawlers. I think actually most of the community isn't gonna, rib you too much for picking any of these titles, though I do see a little bit back and forth banter about it. Um, I do have a theory, again, mentioning that this is the second time we'll be in the New World, that we are going to be part of the Sixth Fleet. There's some good material out there saying how we were part of the Fifth Fleet because in Monster Hunter World, because it was to represent each of the generations that had played Monster Hunter that came before. But then also within the story, there was a tale being told there about each of the fleets over like a course of like 40 years had been trying to figure out why the Elder Dragons migrated over to the New World. Well, that mystery's been solved, and everything we did in Monster Hunter World gave us the opportunity from the Research Commission to stay. And we've had some mentions. I forget the name of the character, but one of the characters we saw from the beginning who like jumped on the back of the dinosaur to help us get into town at first. He said he was one of the first generations born in the New World. And I feel like when we go into this wilds, I mentioned it earlier, we're gonna have this like America in the 1840-ish time zone manifest destiny like moment where we landed is where the fleet made it bigger, made it stronger here. We've been sticking here, but it's time to take over the rest of the new world or expand into the rest of the new world and see what it has to offer. And in doing so, we actually lessen the burden of the research commission in the old world, but take on new challenges in the new world. I feel like what we're going to have is this again, this sixth fleet is what they're going to call it for like an affectionate reason. Last game we were the fifth fleet to arrive to the new world, even though everyone up until this point came from the old world. This is going to be technically the first fleet of new world hunters, and that's going to be where this game starts. It's the first fleet of hunters, even though they're going to call them the sixth, that are actually sent to kind of expand our knowledge of the new world and see, what the hell is going on over there in the rest of the continent, if you will. Listen, even if it is more than a year from now, plain and simple, I'm excited for the new Monster Hunter game. I can't wait to get in there. I've been enjoying the community engagement so far, as everybody's been talking about their theories about what this next game is going to look like. Um, come on in, join the Dungeon Crawlers community, like, subscribe. I'm going to leave you guys with a lot of finals videos coming up as we go ahead and build out our library here at the channel. Appreciate all your time today. Can't wait to see some more community feedback and just talk to you guys about what we're thinking, whether we disagree or fully agree with one another. It's going to be a joyride. looking forward to the next 6 months till we at least get a piece of an update here sometime in the summer. We'll definitely talk more about it then. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next video. You have a good one.